Welcome back, Madden people. Today we're going to go over my predictions for Team of the Week. We're only doing offense. Defense is too much up in the air, especially with the new format that we're doing where we're getting collectibles, and those collectibles are lower than the current overalls. Um, it just seems like there's always going to be a top tier, a mid tier, and a low tier guy, no matter how good your performance was. Some of these low cards, these middle gold cards, these 74, 75, 76 guys, I don't see where they're going to get an improvement on Team of the Week. So I think it's less to do with actual performance. But there's always enough offensive guys that you can kind of pick out who had a good week and kind of still fit it into that format. Um, and I think that's going to be the format going forward. So I'm just going to review offense. I don't remember how good I did last week, but I know the first week I think I was like 50%, and I think last week I went off what their week one format was because I was kind of surprised the way they were doing it. Um, and I think I only got like, I don't know, maybe 30% or something like that. I got a couple of them, but it wasn't great. Um, this week, like I said, we're just gonna go offense. Defense, look at there's gonna be a high guy, there's gonna be a mid guy, and there's gonna be a low guy, and they're all gonna be less than what they were. I don't see the weekly hero ever really being a defensive guy, unless someone goes out there and like shuts down the entire offense single-handedly. If you pick Rodgers twice and run one of them back and sack him twice, okay, I could see a defensive guy getting it. But typically, I think we're going to be looking at offensive guys. I'm not going to try to predict who it was from 1997 who had a great week three. So we're just going to do four guys, the three offensive collectibles, and then whoever is that 89 or 90 if we're gonna bump it yet. I don't know if we're gonna bump it yet, which we might. It's week three, maybe the week wait till week four, but I see that master, that hero, whatever its title is, the boss, whatever, going up to a 90 here relatively soon. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. I'll search these up on the auction house as we're going through this. Who I see being that 89 or 90. Um, it could go one of two ways. And I personally have a way I'd like for it to go, and personally have a way I think it will go, but I could absolutely see it going the other way. First one we're going to look at is Lockett. Tyler Lockett. He's currently got the 86 MVP Superstar. Maybe we'll get down to it. So I could see him upgrading to an 89. Um, putting him up there in that upper echelon. He had 3 touchdowns. I know they were all kind of on broken coverage, maybe against a better team. He might not have looked so good this week, but he looked really good this week. 3 touchdowns, you can't take that away from anybody. So I thinking he gonna get the 89. Um, if he does not get the 89, the other one is Kamara. He's got an 80. So it's a little bit of a jump for him. But if you go back and look at that run, and everybody knows what run I'm talking about, that was amazing. I mean, he broke 2 tackles off a little screen pass. He then had enough field awareness to slow down for his blocker to get in front of him. He almost screwed it up at the end, yeah, but on a run like that, how could you not get that ecstatic and have that adrenaline dump like that? Um, but I could see him getting the 89. I think he had 2 touchdowns, if I remember correctly, and like a ridiculous amount of yards. I think he was over 200 yards. So with that kind of performance, I could see him getting that jump from an 80 to an 89 or 90 even. Um, but one of those two, either Lockett or Kamara, is gonna get the 89. Personal opinion. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Um, the ones I see going down the list, I also see Derrick Henry getting one. He got his first, if I remember commentators saying it was his first touchdown of the year, and then he put 2 in. He had 100 plus yards. He's got that 86, so, or I'm sorry, he's got the 87. So I could see them bumping him down and giving him the 86, because remember, that's what we're doing this year. We're getting 3 collectibles. So you need a top end overall guy to be able to give that 86 collectible to. So I needed to look for a high end guy who maybe wasn't, ready to go to that 89, 90 yet with their performance, but could take an 86 and get the bump up one in their progression path and their power up. So I went with Derrick Henry. So I see Derrick Henry getting the 86 irregardless. He's getting the 86. There's none of these switch arounds. But I did see him getting the 86. The other one to round it out, and I hate to do it because I'm a Vikes fan, but it is what it is. Robinson, Allen Robinson, the third, if I remember correctly. Allen Robinson the third. Where is he at down here? Here we go. He's got an 83, so he kind of fits in that lower end kind of guy who could get either the 82 collectible or the 78 collectible. And it kind of all depends on who gets that 89 or 90, who gets the master. So if Lockett gets the master and Lockett gets the 89, then it's going to go Lockett at 89, Derrick Henry at 86, Allen Robinson at 82, and then Kamara is going to get the 78. Those last 3, they're collectibles. That's why they're lower. I think we all know that by now. We're in week 3. So that's how I see it going if Lockett gets the 89. If they give Kamara the 89, I could see Kamara getting the 89. Again, Derrick Henry is going to get the 86. Lockett then gets the 82. And then Allen Robinson gets the 78. So that's how I see it falling. As far as this week, as far as trying to stay in that format of Team of the Week that they're currently giving us, which is a little bit hard. I'm a little bit worried about it by the time we get to like week 15. It might be harder to be landing guys who had good performances along with guys who you haven't already given cards to in promos. But we'll see. We'll see. EA, I hope, has thought about this process towards end of season. I assume they have. That everybody thinks they're stupid. They're not stupid. They're just dumb. They're different. They are different. They have a thought process. It just doesn't always work out how they want it to. But that's it for this week and my Team of the Week predictions. Again, we'll go over them. It's the 4. It just depends on where they slot them with what collectibles they give them. But it's going to be Allen Robinson, Kamara, Lockett, and Derrick Henry. Those are the 4 you're going to see this week on the offensive side. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And we can all yell at me tomorrow. But anyway, until tomorrow where you get a chance to yell at me, peace out, Madden people.